All right. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Welcome to Doing Life Together. It's Sonia Eckel, your host of this, and this is episode 18. And it's just great to see you all. Happy New Year, everyone. Oh my goodness. What is your vision for 2024? I would love to hear what area of life are you kind of focusing on? You have goals, you have vision. You know the Bible verse, without a vision, the people perish. And so I'm a big person for setting your vision, your intention, your goals for the year ahead. So would love to hear. Good to see you all. Yay. All right. Awesome. And Facebook, YouTube, can you give me a shout just to make sure we have sound going on there? And Instagram too. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. Okay, good. All right. Well, let's jump in. So if this is your first Doing Life Together Live, I just want to say that the whole thing is literally, let's do life together. Let's talk about things that so often just don't get talked about. I got a question for you. Think back on your life. Have you ever had to make a quick decision where you did not or were not able to consult with people in your life on the decision? It was just kind of a, here we go. And then you looked back later and thought, oh, I wish I would have done a little more research. I wish I had chatted that out with people I trust. Have you ever had those sorts of decisions in your life? A decision where you look back and you go, oh, I kind of would do it differently now, right? Yeah. Me too. Me too. And if you haven't, kudos to you. You're amazing. But I definitely have some of those decisions. In fact, I'll tell you one that makes me really sad. And I've shared it a little bit, but it's just kind of a little more recent. So we had Pepper, our red standard poodle, and she was just like, oh, she's kind of my dream dog, to be honest. I always looked at standard poodles and just thought, oh, they're so beautiful and elegant, and was able to welcome Pepper into our family. And boy, she helped me raise the boys, like so many memories with that girl. She was diagnosed with a heart murmur, took her into the vet, and the vet said that she needed her vaccines and that she needed her he had switched her heartworm medication a little before. But when we brought her in, her heart murmur was getting worse and she was coughing a lot. Well, not a lot yet, but she was coughing and having these coughing fits. And so anyway, in hindsight, and I kick myself because I'm going to be straight with you guys. This is not who I am. Like, I know better. But I allowed her to get those things. And after that appointment, she literally just like nosedived. It was too much for her system. She was already not well. And so anyway, that would be one of the things. And also the heartworm medication. We made the change. I didn't even research it. I just trusted my vet. Oh, okay. I guess we're switching. Fine and dandy. Later, I found out that this particular medication has an entire Facebook group dedicated to pets who have nosedived after making that switch. So those are the types of things that, man, if I could go back, I would research that. I wouldn't just take it for granted, like, yeah, let's do this. And I would make a different decision, right? So doing life together, that's kind of a little bit of the background. And I've shared this with you all during COVID, when we all quarantined and all of that, we were all functioning in a silo, essentially. Not all of us. Some of y'all were really good on Zoom, and maybe you were even getting together in person with people you loved. Who knows? But the majority of the world was isolated from each other. And I just think one of the things I never want to lose again is that communication, being able to talk and communicate. And you know what? Hi, friend. Good to see you, Michelle. So good to see you. So thinking about even the tough topics that you already know you disagree with someone on, not discussing so that you can duke it out, but I just think it's smart to hear the other side. And here's something that I've found is once I've done my research on a topic, I'm happy to still listen to the other side, right? Like if I feel like, no, I have deep dived this topic, I'm not scared to have a conversation with somebody who's like, I think completely different than you. And we might end up and go, okay, we don't see this the same. But I just think that conversation is why I think it's just so important. So anyway, I know that's a long monologue on doing life together, but guess what? Another crazy topic came up this week, actually last week, because I took last week off around the holidays. We had family in. Happy New Year. Did I tell you all Happy New Year? So excited. So anyway, was chatting with a friend and came up in our conversation about injections for our face, fillers for our lips, and whatever else we want to fill. And so I wanted to come to you guys. What are your thoughts on this stuff? Now, I know there's Botox parties happening. A huge percentage of my social circle are doing both or one or the other or whatever. And I'll be honest, the years are kind of ticking away and I don't like wrinkles. There, I said it. I don't like wrinkles. I don't really like the effects of aging. All right. Now, I don't really like the alternative to aging, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm not a big fan of looking older. I'm just not. So the idea of injections and fillers and seeing, that is tempting, right? So I was chatting with this friend and she's like, Sonia, have you done your research? I love my friends who call me out on my research. And to be honest, I'd already kind of decided in my heart, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do everything else. I'm going to figure out naturally, how can I stimulate more collagen production? What can I do to help my skin naturally reverse age. Okay. So I've been on that train for a bit and I'm excited actually to tell you that when I look at pictures from even like 3-4 years ago, I actually think my skin has gotten better. So that's kind of exciting. Like these little lines between the eyebrows. Oh, I don't like them at all, but they were getting a little noticeable. I was like, I don't like these. And some other things. And so I have been trying to biohack this skin aging thing for a while. Anyone else trying to biohack skin aging without doing the traditional Botox and the fillers and all of that? Anyone else? Do I have anyone else in my my camp of biohackers? I would love to hear what's working for you. So I have found some things that definitely have helped. And then I have several things. Yes, I have several things that might be helping. It's hard to know like which thing is making a difference here. But anyway, so I had already decided like I don't want to inject a toxin into my body. I mean, that's kind of been my general thing anyway. So I'm like, okay, I just don't want to do that. It's kind of what I live by. So I thought even for the sake of wrinkles, I should probably live by that inner policy, if you will. So I kind of decided that, which meant I really hadn't done much research on it because I kind of already was like, yeah, I'm going to go another route. No judgment for those of you who go that route. It's very appealing. Like when I see someone with no forehead lines, I'm like a little jealous. Not going to even pretend that I'm not. I am. But anyway, so this friend though, she recommended I start looking into just a little bit on it. And of course, one of the things that I did learn is that it is a toxin. We all know that. But that it doesn't just stay where you put it, right? Like so many injections, that's something we've learned. It doesn't just stay, right? So anyway, so just popping on, and I'm going to be that voice in your life saying, hey, have you done your research? Now, enough on that. You do you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. This is just a place where we can talk about things, whether we agree, whether we disagree, whether we just want to stimulate like, hey, let's talk about it, right? I'm so big on that talking about something just because you have two different opinions does not mean we can't love each other and be the best of friends. Like I still think we can, even when we don't think the same, right? Amen to that. Okay, so now let's really talk about some things that are helping our skin in a natural way. So tell me in the comments, I see you already putting some things in there, and oh goodness, I have lots of comments going on somewhere here that I can't read. So another language. All right, well, I am excited to have people people joining us from all different countries, it looks like. All right. So a few things that I do think has made a difference for my own skin is detoxing my body. Absolutely, absolutely huge. Sugar. I think sugar is a huge ager. I think it ages our brain. I think it's been highly linked to dementia, which, hello, who else is like, get me off this crazy statistical dementia train, right? Like, let's shift our world off of the statistics that we've been seeing. So, sugar, though, I also think impacts my skin. Now, for me, I was having breakouts. Many of you know my story on skin recently, but years ago, a friend told me, yeah, whenever I eat gluten, I get like cystic pimples. I'm like, yes, I get those. So honestly, even though I knew my gut probably didn't love gluten for all those years, I just wasn't willing to give it up. That's just the truth. Until I figured out that these cystic breakouts were tied to gluten. And at that point, I dropped it completely. I went gluten-free. So talk about vanity, right? Talk about vanity. But anyway, so I think that also helped my skin because my skin was not happy with that. So I put it out there in case that's you, okay? In case that might be affected. Another thing that I talked about in a previous episode is our gut health. We know our gut health is intricately tied to our skin. Huge. It's tied to everything. There's now a very strong brain gut health connection. So if you're putting off getting your gut in better condition, stop it. Like, let's do this. 2024, let's clean up our gut. Let's detox our body. Let's get those toxic chemicals out of our home. If you want to know how to detox your body, one of the easiest way is stop plugging those things into your wall that give off the smell. All right? Just stop it. I know. I was raised in a home with them. Everything had to smell amazing until I learned better. Once you know better, you can do better. So if you want to detox your body, look within the four walls of your home first, because it's impacting your water quality. Well, all of our water quality, but because we flush down these chemicals into our water supply, which is a closed loop, right? So when you clean up your home, you're helping your neighbor's water supply too, right? That's cool. But your air supply, huge. And then your surface. All those surfaces that you clean with some sort of chemical cleaner, there's always a residue. Even vinegar leaves a residue, not a toxic residue, but still everything. And when you touch it, you're going to absorb it. Our skin, I've heard it said that it absorbs within 26 seconds. And so I've been asking people, track me down that study. I want to see that study. But let's just say that your skin is your largest organ, and it does absorb things amazingly well, including patches and medication and all the things that it's, done. So, yes, Liz. Okay. Rhonda, day one to no sugar. Day no to sugar. I don't know. Anyway, cheering you on if you are cutting sugar. It's actually really, really cool what that does. And yay, good. It's so fun to hear others of you are also researching the same thing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, looking at your, sorry, a little bunny. Squirrels, right? Squirrels, bunnies are cute too. But as I read your comments, so I think it's Margie is saying collagen and using safe skincare. So I think that's so huge too. So we detox our home, look at your cleaners, look at your air fresheners, look at your laundry. I did an episode on laundry. Y'all, laundry, we wear it 24/7. This is one of the quickest, easiest, least difficult shifts in your life if you want to cut down toxins and be able to detox your body. So look at your laundry. Yes. And look at your personal care. Personal care products are from the average store shelf are absolutely loaded with toxic ingredients. And I think you can go to, what is it? What's that website? So there's ewg.org, which I know that people pay there. So I'm always like, I think it's pretty good. It seems like, but anyway, I think that would be a good place. But there's Think Clean, or what is it? What is that? It's something, help me out. Anyway, there's some websites where you can go and check your personal care products and see how they fare. But look at that. your deodorant. What are you putting next to your lymph nodes, under your armpits? Like, this is super important. You do not want to put aluminum under your armpits. That goes back to dementia. It's suspected that it's a component there. So clean up your deodorant, clean up your skincare. I love the Norwex skincare, and I really actually have to say that I think it has improved my skin just since using that. So I think that skin is an interior, exterior game, right? Like, clean up your gut, get the sugar out, take good supplements, and then also your outer game is making sure you're not putting toxins on your skin, but you are Think Dirty. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate that. So thinkdirty.com or org or something like that, and then you can go take a look. But the key is you do want to find companies that have a very strong list of not putting what they don't put in their skincare. And of course, you know me, independent Norwex consultant here. Their skincare is very, very clean, which is awesome, but it also is super effective, which, as you can tell from my gluten-free story, is important to me, right? Okay, these are one of my favorite mugs. I love this shape. It's super fun. Okay. All right, so another fun fact is I have tried brownies on my forehead, and they're just like these brown paper things. I'm sure you've seen Instagram ads for them, and I don't know if they're helping, but I think they might be. I've been only using them maybe a month, so that's kind of a new thing. Anyway, there are, and red light. I'm a big red light fan. I think I mentioned that before, but I think it stimulates our body's ability to make collagen, and also is supposed to have lots of other positive health benefits. I also have actually I have 2 infrared saunas. They're slightly different, but I think saunaing helps keep your skin and your body healthy as well. So anyway, those are a few things. Collagen, I have taken some forms of colostrum throughout the years, but Willie had one that I think is super good. And so every once in a while I dip into his and take some of that. And then recently I was just trying another brand. And so I think that for gut health might be something good to take a look at as well. So I have a few red lights. So there's one, message me at either, wherever you're watching me, just drop me a DM and I will message you some brands that I have. Some are more expensive than others, but some options if you need details on that, that's fine. All right. Well, I am heading out to Phoenix for our Norwex Leadership Conference. I know many of you I will be seeing there, so super excited for that. And that means I have to go home and pack yet. So I just watered and fed the chickens and the geese. Willie's going to hold down the fort while I'm gone. So thank you, Willie. You're amazing. Anyway, okay. So that's what I got today, is just to encourage you, if you decide, yes, it's totally worth it, I do want to inject and fill in all the things, I encourage you to definitely, as I'm going to say every week, do your research. Really, really, really do your research. And my friend told me about someone, a podcaster, Dr. Now me and remembering things tonight. Goodness, I think I need less sugar. No. All I can think of is Dr. Mindy Pell's The Fast Like a Girl, which shout out to Dr. Mindy. Her book is excellent for intermittent fasting, the way a woman needs to intermittent fast given our hormones. So I talked about that in one of the previous episodes. By the way, if you want to see the previous episodes, you can go to doinglifetogether.live, or if you want to see the podcast, doinglifetogether.life. And otherwise, you can catch me here on Wednesday nights as well. All right. Well, I am going to wrap it up so I can go home and pack. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you all. All right. Fun to see your comments as well. Okay, my friends, I just want to wish you an incredibly blessed 2024. I pray that you will walk in the power and blessings of God, and that you will grow as all of us are constantly growing. And my word for 2024 is soar in 2024. So just like wings of an eagle with the wind beneath your wings, I wish that for you. All right. Thank you, my friends. And we will see you all next week. God bless you.